To our weekly lives, all about one of my favorite things in the world, which is WPPI, the best event in the industry. I am so honored to be your host for these weekly lives all about WPPI. So if you are new here and new to me, my name is Elena S. Blair, and I am a lifestyle, family, and newborn photographer based out of Seattle, Washington, and a longtime WPPI attendee and a longtime WPPI speaker. So it makes me, again, I just get all warm inside thinking about WPPI because it's so the entire year. So today we are going to do all of the usual awesome things that we do. So if you've been here before, you know that we've got giveaways, we've got guests, we've got all kinds of information. And just so you know, December 1st is when our major deal where you can get a full conference pass for $99 is about to expire. So stay tuned, stay till the end. We got lots of giveaways. I am really wanting to give you a little bit of a deep dive on photo walks because they really are very special and they will sell out. So I want you to have the opportunity to make a mindful decision, best one for you. I'm super excited. Two of my very dear friends who I have actually met at WPPI, both of them, that's how I met them. We have Cadena and Tran, and you're in for a treat. Both of them are a wealth of knowledge, and I can't wait to hear what they're teaching at WPPI because I'm actually not sure. We have a super fun little game that we're going to play at the end as well, so make sure that you stay till the end so you can get all of the good details and fun. So don't forget that we are going to be here every Wednesday at noon Pacific Standard Time until WPPI. So we have a few months left. We'll always have great guests, great giveaways, all kinds of announcements. So you definitely want to make sure that you show up right here every single Wednesday at noon. It's kind of a fun way to spend our hump day, don't you think? So I want to also make sure that you are following us on Instagram, email list. As you know, email is our best way to get to you directly. So make sure that you are in both of those places. And finally, if you're on Instagram, we want to share your love for WPPI. We want the opportunity to feature you. It's a great cooperative business development because people get eyes on your amazing business and you help us get eyes on WPPI. So if you have a reel from past events, a past time that you've been, or if you have behind the scenes photos or photos that you took at one of your photo walks or educational opportunities, share it with us on Instagram, tag us at WPPI events in your posts or stories, and you will be eligible for prize entry as well as for us to feature you. There's no limit what you can create. Get weird, get creative, get exciting, do whatever it is that you want to do, and we will feature you. So prizes include our grand prize winner will be a guest on an upcoming WPPI Live, which will be super fun. I really can't wait to meet who that is. We have one free ticket to WPPI with a free hotel stay. So really, if you win that, you have no excuse. And then we will have two winners that are featured on the WPPI stage, which is going to be on the show floor. That's also pretty cool. And then we're also going to be giving 10 or more free conference passes. So you want to make sure that you are following us on Instagram at WPPI events and that you are tagging us at away like crazy over here, by the way. So I think that we're one of the most generous companies in the industry, if you ask me. So before we dive in, let me tell you about the prizes that you can be eligible for on today's broadcast. So those were the prizes that you get if you tag us. This is what you can get today. So we're going to be giving away these prizes all throughout the broadcast. So you have to stay listening because I will be announcing them as we move forward. So we're going to give away several free conference passes, one premium pass. In the comments, this is how you win. In the comments, tell us what it is that you're excited about for WPPI 2024 and use the hashtag WPPI 2024, and we will be giving away those prizes. So you can start right now. Let's get the community going. Start telling us where you're from. Tell us what you're excited about for WPPI 24, and you will have a chance to win one of our amazing prizes. And I will remind you this as we move forward. If you win, you will email info@WPPIevents.com to redeem your prize. So don't worry, I'll remind you that later though. So I want you to remember that registration is now actually live. And the best part is that the agenda, the schedule is already up. So you can go to our website, kind of start getting excited, start making your schedule, start building your dream schedule. And You only have, what's today? Wednesday. You only have 2 more days until Friday. That's December 1st, which is like crazy. That's already December 1st. You have until Friday to get a conference pass for $99. It's normally $199. So you are saving, this is 50% off, more than 50. You're saving $100 if you get your pass now. Think of it as an early holiday present for yourself. Think about it as a gift to yourself because it will change your life. That's something that I can actually guarantee. So if you really want to dive deeper into the whole experience and take advantage of the full pass, you can sign up for the TPM pass, which is currently $5.99 and it's regularly $7.99. So this is all very exciting. These are big discounts. I want you to take advantage of these. So WPPI conference and show is hitting Las Vegas March 3rd through 7th at the Fabulous Mirage. And I want to talk to you a little bit about all of the big things that you can get excited about for this year. And then, like I said, I'm going to dive a little deeper into the photo walks. So there are 66 mind-blowing speakers. Now, I've been to a lot of conferences. I speak at a lot of conferences, and I will always say at the end of the day, WPPI gets the most experienced, the best, and a global variety of speakers. It really is amazing. The keynote speaker, we have not announced yet, but I know who this person is. I've had the pleasure of seeing this person speak before. You are in for a treat. And it's actually kind of amazing when a conference has a keynote speaker because it sort of brings all of the membership, everyone who's there together in one place to really celebrate the whole event in our industry. So I think that's pretty cool. There are also going to be 3 summits. Now, remember, the summits are one full day. They're Monday. They're the day before the actual conference starts. And we have a lighting summit where if you are a lighting guru or you want to learn more about lighting, this is going to be the summit for you. It's going to be everything that you need to know about lighting with top lighting experts in our industry. We will have a, oh, hold. Yeah. Oh, looks like we're having a little bit of a tech issue. I just heard from my producer. So hold, we'll be right back. Is it on my end? Okay. Okay, just about 30 seconds and I'll kind of start where I was. So don't worry, you didn't miss anything. I'm also like creating a mirror of myself now instead of the, I don't know if that matters, but here we go. Just let me know, guys. All right, everybody. Sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties. So it goes when you're doing a live broadcast. These things happen. So I'm going to just back up a little bit for those of you that may have missed what I was saying when our difficulties showed up, and we'll keep on moving forward and get right to those guests. So remember that registration is officially live, and so is the schedule. So you can start making your dream schedule now. You can go in and you can see what talks you want to see. You can see what photo walks you want to buy. It's really fun to do that. It makes you get super excited. So it's time to do that now. And don't forget that we only have 2 more days until our sale expires. So you can still get a conference pass for $99. The original Full price is $199. So you're going to save $100 if you go right now and buy yourself that conference pass. This is like buying yourself a gift. You should definitely do this. And also, if you want to do the TPM pass, it's currently only $599 and it's regularly going to be $799. So that's a really big discount. So I really want you to take advantage of these sales. We will not be able to bring them up again after the 1st. So go in now and take advantage of these sales. So just so you remember, WPPI is always in Las Vegas, and it is this year going to be the 3rd to the 7th of March, and it's at the Mirage. It's going to be super fun. You're going to definitely want to stay at the Mirage, and I'll talk a little more about that later, but it's really fun to be there at the conference. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what we have in store for you. So we have 66 of the best speakers in our industry. I know for a fact that WPPI attracts the best speakers who are really well known, will apply to speak at WPPI as sort of like the pinnacle. Like if you get to speak at WPPI, it's, you know, that you have really done your work to get to that place. So you are getting such high quality speakers and such a great variety as well. We will have a new keynote speaker this year, and I have had the opportunity to see this keynote speaker speak before. I won't say who it is because we're not allowed to announce that just yet. And you are going to be so graced by this person. This person is such an amazing speaker. I cannot wait for you to hear who it is and to get excited about it. Now, remember that we have 3 summits this year. Now, the summit is a workshop, basically a 1-day long mini conference that takes place the day before WPPI starts. So it's going to take place on Monday. One of the summits is a lighting summit. One of them is a wedding summit. And one of them is a Spanish language summit. And that just, I love that we are doing that we are being inclusive and diverse. And it just really speaks so much to this organization and this conference as a whole. So if you are interested in diving deep into wedding or lighting photography, or if you are a Spanish language photographer and you want to be in an environment where you are getting education in the Spanish language with that as the focus, what a cool opportunity. So you definitely want to make sure to take advantage of that. Okay, so one of the best parts of WPPI, and I think this is pretty much where I met Will, who's one of our guests today, but one of the best parts of WPPI, the parties. You work hard, and you kind of don't really work with peers. Most photographers are solopreneurs, right? We don't have big teams. We sort of work by ourselves. The parties are such an awesome opportunity to meet new friends, to see the people that you've only met or known online, to make connections, to have a drink with your vendors. It's actually, I think, probably second to the show floor. I think the parties are the best part. I probably shouldn't say that seeing as I'm a speaker. I should say the talks are the best part. But anyway, so the first night is a welcome reception. It'll be super fun. The second night is an opening night party at Club Capri. So we have our own access to Club Capri. It's going to be incredible. And then the third night is the Glitzy Icon Award ceremony and reception. That's like the Oscars for photographers. It's going to be a really fun opportunity to get dressed up and to go celebrate the talent in our industry. And then the grand finale will be the wrap party. And we don't have a theme for that yet, but I assure you it'll be a blast. Now, every single night, not that everyone wants to do this, but I know many of you do. You're there. You want to keep the party going. We are going to have special after hours events. Isn't that amazing? So they will be at specific different clubs in Las Vegas. You'll have special access if you have your badge. And so there's going to be, let's see, I'm going to look here because I have a list of them. So Marquee Nightclub, Cosmopolitan, Hakkasan Nightclub, which is so fun. MGM Grand's got a nightclub that is going to have, all of these are going to have free entrance until 1 a.m. with your WPPI badge. So the fun never stops. And I will say that I usually go home and sleep for like a week after WPPI, but it's totally worth it. So again, like I said, I think my favorite part of WPPI is actually the show floor. If you've never been to a big conference like this, the show floor at WPPI is just invigorating. There are 80 plus vendors ready for you to meet. Now, this is the perfect time for you to go in and meet your print labs, meet your editors if you use editing, if you outsource your editing. A lot of the editors are there, to meet the album makers that you have, to meet your camera companies that you use. It is such an amazing chance because when you have that face-to-face interaction, when something happens in your business, if you have something got really messed up with a print order, which hopefully doesn't happen often, but if anything happens, or if your camera gear is breaking or you're feeling like you want to upgrade, now you have a contact in the industry. It is invaluable. We're also going to have what is super exciting as shooting bays this year. There are going to be 20 plus curated studio sets and styled models in shooting bays. This is your opportunity to actually bring your camera and build your portfolio right on the show floor. Each shooting bay will have a photographer or an expert there as well to help answer any questions that you have, to help you get the shot, to help you learn right on site. Talk about interactive learning. And this all happens if you just have a show floor pass as well. We will also have a new podcast stage, which is going to be really fun to watch your best, your favorite photography hosts film or record, live podcast recordings, which will be neat. And then there is a WPPI stage as well, which will have small little bite-sized educational opportunities going on the show floor. And then, like I said, I really wanted to dive into this today. We have photo walks. Now, there are 80 plus photo walks over the 4 days, and they will sell out. I do want you to know that they will sell out. Now, I want to just talk a little bit about, oh, are we having another audio issue? Are we good? We good? Okay, I'm sorry. I think that came in earlier. So I want to talk a little bit about photo walks, because I think when you hear the word photo walk, you're thinking that you're taking your camera and literally going on a walk and maybe taking pictures of like nature and stuff, which if you're a nature photographer, that might be cool for you. But for me, that's not what I do. And I think that what a photo walk really is an intensive workshop with a very small group. So there's over 80 sessions to choose from, 80 topics. They're going to be on all of the things that you are interested in: lighting, posing, wedding, portrait, boudoir, filmmaking, video. And the photo walks will really be your opportunity to have, again, a small environment. I think there's like 15 to 20 students per photographer. And the photographer will be the leader of the photo walk is going to be teaching you hands-on skills, and you'll get to practice, but also you have that FaceTime with that instructor. That is a long time to be able to be there with that instructor, to ask questions, to learn hands-on in that way. It's really, really high value. So each session is going to take place in a different spot. It depends on what type of photo walk. So if you are doing something that is a natural light based photo walk, like last year I led a family photography photo walk. I'm a natural light photographer, so we did it all outside, and you get to learn how that photographer is going to use natural light, real outdoor locations. We're also going to have studio setups. So especially we have a suite for some of the boudoir photo walks, which is going to be so cool because it's so realistic. It's like a real boudoir studio. And then we have what we're calling the playground, which I love that we're calling it the playground, but it's new dedicated space with 15 custom designed photo bays, shooting bays, so that you can try all of these different, whatever walk you take, it'll be, in a particular bay, and it allows you to really work on your skills in that particular environment. It's going to be really cool. What's cool too is that each bay will have the right gear, the right lighting, the right backdrops, the right props, whatever it is that teacher is teaching, or that instructor, it'll really enhance the quality of their education and be really specific. And you will be able to walk away with portfolio worthy photos, which is such high value. And then, like I said already, there is going to be suites, like actual hotel suites where the boudoir sessions can take place. And this allows for a little more intimacy, because boudoir can be a little more intimate. And again, makes the learning experience just a lot more realistic, which is pretty cool. So a couple of our photo walk speakers, I want to just give you a few that still have space. They are filling up, by the way. But we have Dan O'Day. He's talking about taking good photos in less than good locations, which is so valuable when you are a wedding photographer or a portrait photographer that works on location and doesn't always have control over the environment. We have Kat Ford Coates, elevate your style with movement in a portrait. If you aren't following Kat on Instagram, I highly recommend following her. She's such a talented photographer, and watching her work is really a treat. Jerson Lopez, who, if you're a TPM fan, you're going to know Jerson. He's kind of a big deal over there. And he's talking about capturing editorial and fashion portraits with 1 or 2 lights. We also have Jasmine Jade, who, this woman, I love her so much. She's a dear friend of mine. She's talking about empowering portraits. I've actually had her speak at one of my events before, and she is just so gifted at making women feel beautiful, not making women look beautiful. Notice how I said making them feel beautiful, and then you're able to capture that authenticity with your camera. You're in for a treat for that one as well. So she calls it the art of body language in women's posing, and that's just some of them. There again are a ton of photo walks. So make sure that you are getting in there and picking them now, because they will fill up every year. We get emails. What? I didn't get in any photo walks, or didn't get in the photo walks that I wanted. So we want you to have that opportunity now to make those choices. So get in there and do that. All right. I'm so excited today to bring in my two guests. We have two people who I have admired for a long time, but also who are just really great people that when you go to WPPI, if you see Caroline or Will walking around the show floor, or if you have the absolute pleasure of watching them teach, or if you meet them at a party like I met Will, definitely go say hi. They are going to be so friendly and so cool to you. So let's bring in Caroline, who is an internationally published wedding and lifestyle photographer. She is repped by Fujifilm, and she's an educator who's been helping other photographers work smarter, not harder. And Will is an experienced photographer and videographer with an unconventional style, and he is a really incredible educator as well. So welcome, you two. You both here?
Hi.
Hey. What's up? This is like a little party on the WPPI front over here. These are two of my favorites.
Can't wait.
Hi, you two. So what I want to know, first of all, are you both teaching photo walks? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You two will. And have you both taught photo walks before? Is this sort of your forte?
Yeah, I've spoken before a few times, photo walks. I love photo walks. That's how I like to learn. So it's an honor, doing photo walks.
So tell me, Will, what do you like to learn that way? What is it about photo walks that you love?
Just hands-on experience. How my mind works, I love to be on site. I like to be hands-on. For me to read a book doesn't work for me. It has to be visual. It's one thing learning on YouTube, and there's another thing learning in person. So seeing the educators, how they more of the theory behind it and how they work, and also you're learning from the other students in the class. So that's one of the things I love the most about photo walks.
Totally. Such a great way to meet new people too, right? Because it's such a small environment.
Yes.
Yeah. What about you, Caroline? Why do you love teaching photo walks?
Unlike the big lectures stuff that I do there, where I'm in the center of the room talking to a bunch of people, this one is a more intimate opportunity to have questions asked, for me to actually watch what they're doing and give feedback. There's a little combination of me demoing, and they get up and close and personal to see how I do it. And then I actually get to see them do it as well, and give immediate feedback.
Very cool. So tell me, Caroline, what is your photo walk this year? Which one are you teaching?
So it's called Real in Success. It's how I'm going to be teaching photographers how they can add video for the marketing.
Oh, nice. And if you aren't following Caroline on Instagram, she's a reel expert. Like, her reels go viral. So this is definitely, I want to go to that photo walk, because I am not a reel expert. Like, I feel like I turn it on and I'm just like, oh my God, this is taking me an hour and nobody nobody sees it. So it's like, not really, I'm not an expert. That's awesome. How valuable. It's so relevant with what we're.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great. I've done something similar in the past several years, and it always sells out really fast. Like, by the time I announce it to my followers, they're emailing me like, it's already sold out. I'm like, oh, sorry. Like, I tried to get you in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I go through the process of how I approach the reels, how I create, and then we go through the walk where we actually create one together.
Very cool. Wow, look at that. So you're actually going to leave with a piece of content. That's cool. That's really cool. All right, Will, what about you? What are you teaching?
I'm teaching, the class is PW22, so if you guys want to type that in, but it's craft and beauty from the ordinary. So you guys ever been on location that you can't figure things out? Like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So let's say you have a client that puts you near, I don't know, like an alleyway and near a dumpster. How can you create something cool and epic from that location? So I'm going to be showcasing more of the theory behind and how we capture some cool epic shots from that. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm going to be teaching, how to use crappy light, how to use great lighting, how to use flash, how to use video lights as well. So, and I think during the time I'm teaching is from 10 o'clock to noon. So we're gonna have some crappy lighting. So I'm gonna show you how to really embrace that.
That's like the worst time of day to do a photo shoot.
The worst time of day. So if you're a wedding photographer, come on, we have to work around our clients' time. If they're late, we have to make it work, especially the locations that they pick. So I'm going to show you how to really embrace that, and also more of the psychology behind it. How can you make a client, wearing a $20,000 dress to sit on the floor? The psychology behind it. So it's going to be a little bit about, location, lighting, posing, and also to make more money. And that's the goal. I love making money. So we could buy more toys from the vendors.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
So both of you have been longtime speakers as well as WPPI attendees, right? And so I think that this is such a overall sentiment. You go to WPPI and you become a lifer. It becomes like a business investment that you're going to make every year. You feel like you're part of this, like, I was going to say cult. I won't say that, but you feel like you're part of this family. You're part of a family that it's like forever. It's a forever bond. And I feel that way. I know everyone feels that way. And so if you've never been, join us. It's an amazing experience.
Part of the cult family.
but will you tell us, and Caroline, you can go first. What is it about WPPI that makes it so special for you? And like, what does it mean to you?
Well, I mean, you kind of mentioned this earlier, but when you're an entrepreneur, you work alone most of the time. And even if you have a team, they're all under your payroll. So they're not actually colleagues, right? And my photography friends, most of us just know each other online. And if you're lucky, then you have a small group of people that you can meet up locally. But it can be lonely. And so the WPPI, when I first went there, what was it, like 15 years ago or something now, I was very fortunate that I went in my very first year of business. Someone told me to go, I went, and that is how I was able to grow at a faster rate than I think an average photographer's journey is, because I was able to be exposed to photographers of all levels, including people who already succeeded, and then have an intimate relationship. Oh, not okay, that sounds bad. not an intimate relationship. But,
yeah, girl.
That's how I
say the parties were fun.
Yeah. We're not even drinking yet. That's great.
Yeah, I'm revealing the secrets to how to really make it. Kidding. Okay, no, but I mean, being able to have such access to people who are that evolved, right? Because normally in your own circle that you're making, say on Instagram or Facebook, it's going to be people of about your level, which is important to have too. But to be able to make these friendships that are like many levels above you, where it's almost like a mentor at that point, that's what's going to help you grow. And my mentality is always, you have people who are 2 steps ahead of you, pulling you up, but you are also pulling people up who are like maybe 2 steps behind you, right? So that way we always grow together.
100%. So well put. It actually, you have to have all of any experience with people at different levels is going to be valuable. If you meet people at the conference that are, less experienced than you, then you're able to give them the gift of your experience and knowledge, which helps. That actually, if any of you have ever mentored or educated at all, you become a better photographer when you teach people. You really do. And then you'll get peers, but also that inspiration piece. It's expansive. You see people doing this big thing, doing it really well, and it's possible. And you go home and you become a better version of yourself, no matter what. You really do. So well put.
I absolutely credit WPPI for my growth, because it's where all of my connections came from. People who met me at my very infancy of my career and just believed in me and wanted to see me succeed and help me, and gave me the tools and the connections and the introductions I needed to get to where I am today. And so I look forward every year to what's that word I'm looking for? paying back, you know, like doing it
Pay
for
forward.
other.
Pay it forward.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like every big connection I've made, my relationship with Canon, my relationship with you guys, my relationship with WPI, like remember Miller's Lab, all of it, all happened there, always. And some of my best friends who I like take family vacations with now, I met at WPPI. So, all right, Will, what about you? Why is WPPI meaningful and special to you?
Like exactly what she said about if it wasn't for WPPI, I wouldn't be where I'm at today for my multiple businesses. Is actually like a fast track to get really ahead real quick. So I think my first conference at WPPI was 2012, I believe, and yeah, I remember I heard that your story. So for me it was cool because I was invited just to check out. There was a vendor that was using one of my images. Like they said, you should definitely come and check it out. So I came by myself. They didn't know anyone. Obviously, you could tell I'm like a social, but I'm also a social introvert. And I just went. I was like a little kid at a candy store, and I just took everything in. And from there, I dedicated every year to save a week and to make sure I could go out to WPPI. And I just started taking classes, learn, especially when to go see the vendors. I'm an ambassador for Westcott, so seeing Westcott gear on site, I was like, wow. And I started building a rapport with them and with Canon and started taking more classes. And when I got that email, I think it was 2015 to be an educator to speak for WPPI. It was such a freaking honor. But the cool thing about being part of the circle is the people that you meet. It doesn't matter where I travel globally, I could be lost and I'll find a friend that I met at WPPI. So building those relationships, that's the most important thing. And that's how it is for me when it comes to my career and how we get a lot of the businesses. So just building a rapport, building relationships. And going back to, as an educator, I learned so much from the students and I become a better teacher because of that, and vice versa as a photographer for my clients. So, but yeah, there's so many pieces. And also the party. How can we not love the party? So, which I kind of regret sometimes because, you're getting back to the hotel around 6 a.m. So
yeah, I'm telling you, every time I leave WPPI, I'm like, I'm going to need to sleep for a week. And even when I say I'm not going to go to the party, I'm on my way to my room and somebody takes me to the party and I'm always like, so glad I went. So, so that is definitely a big part of the fun. Well, both of you, thank you so much. I know that you have so much value to bring. And so when you're picking your photo walks that you're going to go to, you definitely want to check out Will and Caroline's. Both of them have so much knowledge to give and they will sell out. So they will. We're warning you now, they will sell out. And sometimes they're nice enough to like add more photo walks, but there's only so many they can add. So you definitely want to get in there now. Don't say I didn't warn you about that. And remember, you have that discount until Friday. So you want to take advantage of that. Okay, we're going to do something fun. And I don't know if I'm going to do it correctly, but we're going to try. So we're going to do something that our producers invented today, and it's called candid captions. And it is going to be a little ad lib. You remember ad libs when you were a kid? You would do ad libs. And so I need us. So we're going to use the audience. So audience members, we need you to type these into the comments. And Caroline and Will, I want you guys to help as well. So for the, I don't know if you see it up on your screen, so I'll let you know. So number one, we need an adjective. So what's a good adjective? This is going to be candid captions. This is going to be really funny.
Moist.
Moist. Okay, that's definitely the one we're going to use. Moist for number one. Okay. So perfect. Number two, and you're on fire today, Caroline. I can see what she loves WPPI. Okay. Number two, we need a famous person. Come on, Will.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. Okay, perfect. Love that guy. All right. Number three, we need a color.
Red.
Red. Perfect. Okay, audience, you're on for number four, which is type of food. So we are counting on you to keep this going here. So make sure that you type into the comments a type of food. And I'll hope if no one brings one up from the audience, we'll come back to you guys for that one. All right, number five, we need a noun.
Horse.
A horse. Okay. All right. For number 6, we need another adjective. An audience, we're going to ask you for this one. So type in your favorite adjective here. Adjective. Oh, you just put the food in adjective for me, producer. So we need another adjective for that. Okay. So, and then now we need an animal. I was like, wait, we had already. So now we need an animal. So what type of animal should we put in here?
Dog.
Dog. Okay. Dog for animal. So I'm writing here. Okay. And we need a funny word. Funny word that isn't moist. Which is a funny word, by the way.
Funny word. Funny.
Riz.
Riz. Okay.
Gen Z word.
Riz. Yeah. And you know what it means, right? So I have 3 teenagers in my house, so they teach me these things. That's charisma, right? You have
it's a game from what I understand.
Yeah, it's like game, but it's like charisma. You have Riz. Okay. Living with teenagers is an education in itself. I should have them come speak. Okay. So for number 4 or number 9, we need a number from the audience, which you got one. Okay. And then finally, number 10, we need a type of dance.
Break dance.
Break dance. Okay. All right. Okay, you guys ready for me to read this? Are you going to put them in there for me? Or okay, no, I can do it. All right, so here we go. So we have a moist day in the studio. In a Johnny Depp photo studio, the renowned photographer awaited. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I'm reading this correctly. Okay. That doesn't seem right. Oh, okay. Now I get it. Sorry. Let me try again. Okay. The title of it is a moist day in the studio. Okay. In a moist studio, the renowned photographer awaited Johnny Depp, the day's star. Suddenly, the backdrop turned bright red, causing a stir as Johnny Depp posed a prop shaped like a guitar.
Like a giant.
Tacos fell over, nearly hitting a horse. Yikes. That was enormous, gasped Johnny Depp, just as a dog wearing sunglasses strutted in, saying, Riz. Okay. In the chaos, 24 assistants rushed about trying to manage the madness, ending the day on a high note. Johnny Depp and the photographer performed a spontaneous hip-hop dance, making it an unforgettable, laughter-filled photo shoot. Okay, I think that we should, this is just a suggestion, producers, but I think we should send that out to the mailing list so that they can see the fun we have here on the WPPI lives. That was pretty funny. I think my favorite was Moist and Johnny Depp. Okay. Well, thank you so much. You guys can play with that if you want. Send that to your mailing list would be a good idea. Actually, you can even put it on your Instagram. I'm always thinking about ways to interact, but that was pretty funny. Okay, really quick. Thank you two both so much for being here. I think that you can hang out for a bit if you'd like. We're almost done, but I really just thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule during this busy time of year to be on our live. And I cannot wait to hug you both in real life. It'll be here before we know it. It's going to be amazing. Maybe that shot of tequila we'll have too, Will. All right, let's do some giveaways really quick. Now, remember that in the comments, you want to tell us what you're excited about for WPPI for 2024, and you want to include the hashtag WPPI 2024. And I guess I don't have giveaways just yet. Okay, I'm going to give away the winners at the end. So don't forget that your pricing is about to get hiked up. You can get a full conference pass for $99. That is basically free. Like I know that $100 is a lot for some people, or $99. I understand that money can be tight, but when you I can't even put it into words. When you realize what you're going to learn at WPPI, $99 is free. We are giving this conference away. To be honest, I can't believe it. So take advantage of this. Go buy your conference pass now, and then you don't have to think about it now. You don't have to think about anything else for a little while. You're going to save $100. It is a huge screaming deal. Do not miss this. You can also just have a show floor pass, which is really, the seminars are amazing. Photo walks are incredible. But if you are on a tight budget, the show floor pass is only $49. remember, the show floor, you're going to get 80 plus vendors. A lot of the vendors have stages too with speakers. I don't know if that's happening this year, but usually they do. I know that they all kind of have their own plan. We're going to have the WPPI stage where you will get bite-sized education, you'll get giveaways, and we're also going to have the live podcast recording and all of the shooting bays. So for $49, you could go build your portfolio for $49 with all of the right lighting and backgrounds, models, instruction, all of that. It'd be really, really kind of silly not to take advantage of that. And then, of course, we do have the new Platinum Pass, which I haven't talked about today. And the Platinum Pass, you get access to a specific party that has the speakers there, so you can get to know them. You get the Fast Pass, which always kind of reminds me a little bit of Disneyland, but you get the Fast Pass where you get to get in front of the line for the really hot speakers that are going to fill up. Their rooms fill up. Sometimes it's standing room only, and a lot of other amazing deals are added to that. So $299 is a huge, huge discount, or a huge value, sorry, for such a low price. I feel like these prices are just like unbelievable. Also, if you are a Portrait Master member or a Portrait Master goer and you want to go to the Portrait Master conference until Friday, until December 1st, you can purchase it for $5.99. So you'll get the Portrait Master conference that happens the weekend before. You get also all of the WPPI benefits, and it's just for $5.99. It's regularly $7.99. And if you are a longtime Portrait Master goer, that conference is usually nearly $2,000. So this is like a smoking deal. So you're going to need to use a code for that, which is TPM Black Friday. So it's TPM BLKFRI 24. And that again is going to include the full conference pass for WPPI plus all of the TPM conference goodness that happens before. So it's like we're putting them together. It's kind of amazing. And don't forget, you can also add on a summit. So if you add on a summit, it's only $149 extra, $149 for that whole day, which is going to be a concentrated educational experience each day, each different summit. So you have to choose one. You can't go to all of them. It's lighting, wedding, or the Spanish speaking summit. Each one has like 8 speakers, I believe, each. I might be wrong on that. Don't quote me, but something like that. And it's the best in the industry, actually, the best in the industry. So you definitely want to take advantage of that if you want that really immersive experience. And like I've really been talking about today, we've got 2 photo walk instructors here. I'm not teaching a photo walk this year. I'm teaching a seminar, but I normally do a photo walk. I love them. $149 is an incredible deal for you to be able to get that intimate education where you're able to watch this master work, you're able to ask them questions, and also put it to practice. Like, it's one thing to just watch a video and maybe never actually try it. Like this, you have your camera, you're there, you actually get to learn something. You can bring your camera over to the instructor and say like, hey, can you help me with my settings? This isn't working, all of that. It's like $149 is such a high, it's so much value for that price. So remember, they're gonna sell out. They're gonna sell out, and we're gonna
get this pricing back in the day. By the way, why so cheap?
I know. When I was trying to get education, it was like at least $500 for these types of things. Much more, probably $1,000. And so yeah, I mean, $99 for the conference is free. It's basically free. You will make that money back with one class. You will learn the skills in one class to make $99. It's like, anyway. Obviously, all of us believe in this, so we really want you to experience it as well. So the last thing that I want to say here before I start talking about our giveaways is that you really should stay at the Mirage. You can, people do sometimes stay off site, but I will say most of my friends that do that end up regretting it because it's a really packed day. You have your schedule that you make for yourself, the seminars that you want to see, the photo walks that you have scheduled. And then before you know it, you don't have any time to rest. And it's really nice to be able to go up to the room for like 30 minutes, take a breather. For those of you who are a little more introverted, even me, who's like extremely extroverted, it's really nice to be able to go and have that downtime. And it's also nice to be there for the party aspect. Like you'll be, so even if you don't go to any of the big parties, that bar, those restaurants right there in the Mirage are going to be flooded with thousands, literally hundreds and thousands of people are there. So our attendance is over 5,000 each year. I think it was like 8 last year. Anyway, so the bars, the restaurants, they're going to be, the coffee shops, they're flooded with other photographers. Everyone's wearing their badge. If you're not staying at the Mirage, you're going to miss that. So I definitely recommend staying at the Mirage, and you do get a discount, I believe, if you stay, right? Yeah, I think so. And I will say that I have met some of the most pivotal people in my career I met either at a party or at one of the bars at WPPI. Like, even though I was like doing all of the classes and teaching and everything, it was in those social moments that happened for me. So you definitely want to stay at the Mirage. It's not, I just think it's like, if you're going to be there, let's just make it like summer camp and like all stay together. Okay, so today's giveaway winners finally. So for the standard WPPI pass, we have Ted Epbend, Rycan, which I'm sure that's just your screen name, Rycan, and Sherry Bellamy. Congratulations. You want to email info@wppievents.com and we will get you those so that you can redeem them. And then we have a platinum pass winner. Congratulations. And it is Tranatella Photography. Sorry if I'm a Tarantella Photography. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong, but Tarantella Photography, you just want a platinum pass. Congratulations. Info@WPPI events to redeem that. All right. Wow. Well, thank you everyone so much for being here. It had been a couple weeks because of the holiday. We will be here for the next few weeks before the Christmas holiday comes in. We are going to have more giveaways. Next time we'll have new guests and we will give you a little bit of a deeper dive into the summits next week. I really talked about the photo walks this week. I want to go a little deeper into the summits next week. So don't forget that you have 2 more days to take advantage of this $99 or $5.99 TPM price. Tell your friends, sharing is caring. If you don't have anybody that you know that's going, you will make friends there. But if you have friends in the industry, grab a couple of them, make a plan, do a road trip, buy some plane tickets, use your companion fare. I don't know, get there. You have to get there. You are going to be so happy that you did. You will not regret it. See you at the Mirage. See you too at the parties. And I'll see you all next week. Thanks everyone for being
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.